Hello, hello, hello. What's good? Today has not been the best day. Not been the best day. Nothing about this day is going well today. Got the box of wrap from Easy Auto Wrap. Don't know if I'm going to be able to wrap this car today. Got all my tools here. Everything I needed to wrap this car today is right here. It's all on the table, as you can see. Got the heat gun, got the steamer, got everything. Was just about to start. Might as well debut the roller wrap. We ordered a 100-foot wrap up from Easy Auto Wrap. There is the color. Unfortunately, it's 12, 13 degrees here today. So in the US, that would be below 50, I believe. The wrap is not going to stick to this car today. I don't have a heated garage. I'm not a big, rich, famous YouTuber. I'm not Matt Armstrong, Adam LZ, Tavares, or any of those guys. So my garage stays the same temperature that it is outside. And being that today the temperature is garbage, yeah, it's that wrap. This is going to look so amazing on the car. Pardon here, I'm going to grab the phone here. I know I suck at this. If you really want to get a look at this, would have been an absolutely items. I so cannot wait. But unfortunately, like that, it's just way too cold. I don't have a heated shop, so I can't wrap the car today. So I am going to wash it by hand. If you guys have any questions, it's supposed to be warmer tomorrow, so I am going to attempt to wrap this car tomorrow. I'm going to live stream the whole thing as well. So if you want to see that, please subscribe. But unfortunately today, I can't do anything about this wrap. It will not stick to the car. It will absolutely not stick to the car. I'll leave this out if you want to see the wrap. It is a 100-foot roll of pink chrome from Easy Auto Wrap. It was going to go on the car today. Unfortunately, it's like 13 degrees outside, or below 50 if you're from the States. So this wrap will not stick at all. Do a quick little hand wash here. I know you're probably going, oh my god, you're going to wreck that paint. This paint is pretty done, I'll be honest. It does shine, you know, and if you look at it in person, you'd actually see what I'm seeing. The hood is done. The clear coat on the hood, I could possibly wet sand this down, and get this back to a absolutely gorgeous shine, but we're not keeping the car this color. So unfortunately, this color is going. I was thinking about possibly going to a green chrome wrap. Easy Auto Wrap makes an amazing looking green chrome that is almost this color but chrome. But not my car. It's my wife's car, so she gets the ultimate say, which is totally cool because, you know, it is her car. Oh yes, my grab. So, but she picked an absolutely incredible color, as we can see. The camera will not do justice to the color that this wrap is. Do no justice to it whatsoever. I cannot wait to see it with my own eyes because it's really striking. But it is a chrome wrap, and I have never wrapped a full car before, so this will be my first time. And I will be using a chrome wrap, so I've had a few people comment saying that I must hate myself. No, I don't hate myself. I don't hate myself one bit. I don't hate myself. I just don't think that it's as difficult. It's the patience thing. You know, I've wrapped a few fenders, and I'm no expert by any means at wrapping cars. I know very little. But what I do know is that I've seen other people do it, and what one person can do, another person can do. The key just seems to be not rushing it, working the fabric or the material properly, and not being in an absolute rush. I do have to get this front bumper prepped. You can still see the Goodrich decal right along there. I really wish I could have wrapped this car for you guys today. I was going to start. You guys probably would have had a good laugh, because I know for a fact I would have made some big mistakes and trashed some of this wrap. That's why we ordered up a 100-foot roll, because I have no idea what I'm honestly doing. Let's make that clear. If you go back in my channel, you can see I have a video where I had my son's Hyundai Elantra, and I wrapped the hood, 2 fenders, and a door. And I did that with some extremely forgiving wrap. Some wrap that anybody probably could have wrapped anything with, like, let's be honest. So my overall experience with wrapping cars is minimal, absolutely minimal. This would have looked so good. I can't even describe how nice this looks. Let me come around here and see if I can put a little more light on this. It is quite spectacular looking. Go to Easy Auto Wrap's website. Check out and I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Everything on this car is out of pocket. I will say though that Easy Auto Wrap was an absolute pleasure to work with. The customer service is phenomenal. If anyone's been following along for the last few weeks, we did have some issues with our wrap order, but it was a computer issue. They found out, they figured it out, and they were absolutely awesome. Chris at Easy Auto Wrap, guy even gave me his personal phone number, so I can't knock that. Like, they went above and beyond to make sure that this roller wrap arrived, because anyone that's been following with this car knows that for some reason it just seems to be cursed. It is a cursed build, not in the way that it hurts people or anything like that. In the way that trying to get parts for this car, trying to get an engine that runs for this car that doesn't have a blown head gasket has been a nightmare. This car already had an LS in it once. LS turned out to be garbage. We lined up a K24. We had a full CRV. The only problem with the CRV is it had a blown transmission, but it had an absolutely awesome low mileage. Apologize for the audio too. I lost my microphones today. It's just, this whole day has just not worked out at all. Yes, I'm wearing shades inside. I got a light shining on me that's quite bright in my face. The roof is wrapped, if anyone's wondering. That's got to come off. I might pull that off over my here today. We'll see. Can't wrap the car today because it is just way too cold. I don't have a heated garage, so let's clean up the car a little bit. For those watching, thanks for tuning in. I'm just kind of giving the car a hand scrub because I don't really wash anything in this bag. It does not have any real drainage, so I just don't want water everywhere. If you're wondering why I'm washing it this way, I am not worried about the paints. We are wrapping this car. This paint needs to be redone. It looks good from afar, but far from good, hence why I'm using window spray inside on this paint. It's not actually going to hurt anything. It is a really wonderful color on this car. It's just a shame that, you know, when you get up close, you can start to see that the 15 to 17 years that this car's been painted this color, it's starting to take its toll. Time catches up with all, including paint, especially Really beautiful custom paint. They did an amazing job. They did an absolutely amazing job when this car was originally built with this wide body kit. This car does look really, really amazing. It's a shame. Let's see, got some comments here. There's nice. You know, wrap definitely. You know, we were thinking of painting this car. We were thinking about doing a bunch of stuff to this car, and then we just decided, you know, why don't we just do it ourselves? Let's wrap it ourselves. Of course, I picked the hardest wrap that I could possibly find. Let's do a chrome wrap. So why not, though? For the price that Easy Auto, you know, I'm not sponsored by them, so the price that Easy Auto Wrap sells the chrome wrap, like, it was $650-ish after duties and everything. When this arrived at the door, it was just over $650 Canadian, all right? For a 100-foot roll, it's a 5 by 100-foot roll. At that price, I can afford to mess up a fair amount of it, and I am probably going to mess up a fair amount of that roller wrap because, let's face it, I don't wrap for a living. It's not what I do. My expertise for wrapping cars is all of about a fender, 2 fenders, a hood and a door, and that was with some vivid ultra gloss white. That stuff stretches. It is so easy to work with. So I'm a complete noob. It'll be amateur hour at its finest when I get enough warmth in here to wrap this car. I'm sorry to anyone who actually tuned in today and wanted to watch me mess up wrapping this car by myself. It is just way too cold here today. I was not ready for this. It is about 13 degrees here where I am today in Canada, which means it's probably 49 degrees in the States. Anyone knows anything about wrapping cars, it is just not the right day for it, especially for a chrome wrap. I'm already going to have enough issues getting this car to look as perfect as possible, let alone a chrome wrap. You know, I don't hate myself so much that I'm going to attempt a chrome wrap on a cold day for the first time ever. I know you guys deserve to have a good laugh at my expense, and I wish I could give it to you today. I really do. But today is not the day for that. We are still on the hunt for a motor for this car. And a lot of people are like, well, I'll just pony up the money. Why don't you just buy a good K motor? Well, the whole point of this car is not to spend a lot of money to make it look like you did, you know. This is an $1,800 car. And there's zero rust on it. The front fenders, the side skirts, and all in here, it's all one piece. It's all been done in one piece. Everything is beautiful. The wide body in this car was mounted so nice. This actually, it's a shame all that wrap on that black roof was trashed, because it looks good. It is actually quite a striking look on this car when you get it all clean. Yeah, I am really sorry that we're not getting this wrap put on this car today. I was really hoping that we'd get to it. I was really hoping that we'd get to this wrap today. It is actually a gorgeous car. I cry every time I look at these rims, because these rims were spectacular when they were new. The pictures I've seen of these rims in mid shape, it's just a horror story that happened to these. The police force decided they didn't like the car and that they were going to do something about it. No racing was being done. I'm pretty sure that the plates on the car, everything were legal. Just the car itself, well, it's an absolute magnet for police. So yes, we got the roll of wrap here today. Too cold to wrap. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. The car clean. It is looking beautiful. I wish that everyone that's saying I'm crazy for wanting to wrap this car and do something about this paint. Well, it's far from good, but good from afar. It's one of those things where I wish you could actually see what I see when it comes to what's going on with the paint on this car and why we're wrapping it. Which really sucks because when this car was mint, it was spectacular. I love this green paint. Now, we're going to be pulling this tint off these back windows. I've often considered, because we're doing so much interior work on this car, do we tint the windows again? Do we put the tint back on the windows, or do we leave the windows clear so that you can see the interior? Because the car, we are doing a full interior on this car for sure. I'll grab the camera, and anyone that hasn't seen the interior on this car yet, I'll show you real quick. There we go. It's kind of hard to see, but here's a roll cage. We've done Alcantara in the center. We have an audio system going in the back there. The doors have been done with carbon on the bottom and Alcantara on the top. We're not sure we're going to do with the center section of the doors yet. We are going to do a quick release steering wheel that will match the Energy Sakura seats. We have a matching set of those. I just haven't put the other one in because I am going to finish the other two doors, and we're waiting on a few trim pieces as well. All the gauges, everything in this car works. Everything lights up. It is absolutely beautiful. Very little rust on this car. Shock towers are in mint shape. Everything, like this was a find of a century. This is what an $1,800 Subaru looks like when you find one and you rescue it before it goes to a crusher. The rear suspension we're going to be redoing. The video is going to be coming out soon for that as well. But I am so sorry to all those that tuned in today to want to see this car wrapped. That you're not getting to see it wrapped. I apologize. I am kind of devastated myself about it. Let's see. Yes, you definitely. I love the comment section. It's not impossible, you know. Give it a go. Oh. Fortunately, though, like I said, it is like I'm wearing a sweater in here, and I'm still kind of right. Now, you've got the meta glasses out today. On the box for my microphones, couldn't find my microphones today, which, yeah, just one of those days. Let me know, what do you think we should do for the mirrors on this car? Does anyone have any ideas what I should do for the mirrors on this car? I would love to actually go old school with like an M3 style mirror, like old 2000s tuner era. I want to go with the big scoop. But I think we're probably going to end up going back to this scoop here, just because Jolene likes the smaller scoop. It's just a little more lower profile, which is okay. It's her car. She could choose, and I want her to choose. I want her to have all the creative direction on this car. Like I said, she chose the color of wrap. It's absolutely stunning. Like, oh, I wanted to see this on the car today. We are doing the sides in the pink chrome, and we are going to be doing the hood, the roof, and the hatch in black carbon PPF. I'm going to reach out to Easy Auto Wrap and see if they can hook me up with some PPF. They got a really nice carbon fiber PPF, so, and it is almost indestructible. It takes like 50-60 pounds of pressure with a screwdriver to pierce this stuff, so I have no doubt it'll be good on this car. These rims, definitely. If anyone out there in BC knows of a really, really good rim restoration shop, please let me know. Reach out in the comments and let me know, because I need these rims restored. They're irreplaceable. I reached out to work. I cannot buy another set like this, at least not for the kind of money that I want to spend. The money they want is way more than I want to spend. So, but getting the wheels restored is definitely the option. It is definitely the option. How we doing there? Hi, definitely. Let's see what we got going on in the chat today. I respect you, engineer. Thank you guys. You know, the love that I have been shown about this car and this project is has been overwhelming. I am really nobody in the world of YouTube. I've got a very small following. We are building day by day, though. We are getting more subscribers every day. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please, it helps. This is what I want to do. I want to build this car and the next one and the next one after that. But it's the YouTube dream is more like a nightmare. Let's be completely honest. If any of you want to see what's under the hood, let's pop the hood a little bit here. Maybe I should find a better way to prop up this hood, right? The broke ass garage, you know, limitless. Well, the only thing limited is the budget. Dreams and the imagination, well, lots of those. If you're just tuning in, I was going to wrap the car today with the roll of pink chrome wrap that we were going to wrap the car with today, but it's just rainy and humid and horrible. I love how this year it seems like the old 2000s, early 2010s tuner culture, or whatever you want to call it, is the tuner style from those eras. It feels like it's making a comeback. You know, cars like this that almost seem lost or forgotten. The lost and forgotten show cars of the last 20 years that are starting to come back. If you're just tuning in, I'm hoping it warms up so that I can wrap this car today, but it's a little chilly here for some reason. Like the one day we've been surrounded by warm weather, sunny days, and then of course as it gets close to the one day when I am dying for it to be warm, I need it to be warm because I'm chrome wrapping this car. It's cold, you know. We're lucky if I think we're 49 degrees if you're from the States, or 13 degrees if you're from Canada watching. My absolute worst nightmare today. Absolute worst nightmare today. I needed warm temperatures, and what I got was absolutely not what I needed today. Here's the wrap. If you were looking, this is the roll of chrome wrap from Easy Auto Wrap. It's absolutely stunning wrap. You should have seen at least the front fender mostly done by now, but everything today is just not working out. It's kind of like the curse of this car, as I've said a few times. Like, this car is cursed. It's cursed when you try to put an engine in it. It's cursed when you want to do something to the color of the body of it. Something happens. It's like it has some kind of, I don't know. I'm not a superstitious man by any means, but it's just cursed. But that's okay, because I don't care about curses. I will get this car wrapped. It's supposed to be much warmer tomorrow. We're going to be probably 10, 15 degrees warmer tomorrow, hopefully, than what it is in here right now. Because right now, I'm in a sweater. I'm scrubbing this car down, and I'm actually going to chill. Almost June, like give me a break. It's so long since I've seen this car clean, I almost forgot how gorgeous it is with this color. It's just a shame that this paint is wrecked. And I do mean it's, you know, we could just leave the paint, wash it. I could probably wet sand it, cut polish it, get a little bit more shine out of this paint. And like, it isn't horrible, but there are definitely a lot of imperfections in this paint. A ton of imperfections in this paint when you go over it. And I just hate it. I can see all the imperfections, and I know they're there. For those of you that are wondering, that is a K24 sitting in the engine bay. It's just sitting in there. I have it in there just to test fit it, just to see what kind of space we're working with in there. I knew there was going to be a lot of space because we had an LS in the same car once already too, and it was nothing but a ton of space. I'm going to say it right here. I don't know if anyone on the internet has officially come out and said this, but these Subarus, the GG Wagon chassis or the GD sedan chassis, are going to become sought after soon. At least the ones that aren't rusted out completely. These cars are so easy to convert to rear-wheel drive. Look at your new hot drift chassis for the future, because that's what these cars are going to be. This one's never going to be all-wheel drive again. This one's going to spend the rest of its life rear-wheel drive. Definitely going to see a lot of sideways days in this car in the future. Especially when we find a good motor to put in it, and we can bolt a nice big old turbo to that motor. I'm not going to go too crazy in the horsepower department with this car. I'll be honest, 300 rear wheel horsepower, more than enough. Like, the amount of weight we probably pulled out of this car, just the seats. Like, if you were to pull the old original seats out of this car up and then lift the new seats that are in it, these new Energy Prisma seats. The Prisma seats are so light. It's absolutely incredible how light those seats are. And they painted everything. Like, they did this car so well when they originally painted this car. Everything was done so well. And like, for instance, the paint in this engine bay, like this whole engine bay was beautiful. It was a multi-stage mirror chrome with a candy on it. The primer, they did black. Then they did this wicked chrome over the black, which you could see was incredibly hard to get right. But this was a long time ago. And then they did like a strawberry or a watermelon over top. And it has completely deteriorated over the years, unfortunately. So the engine bay is getting painted as well. We are probably going to paint the engine bay this outside color though, just to pay some respects to the original build. It's horrible that we have to paint the engine bay because, well, I can only imagine just how incredibly stunning this engine bay would have looked in person. Check out my Instagram, Limitless Garage. I believe, I don't think I've linked it yet. I will. I gotta get all that stuff. I'm new. Amateur hour here. The engine bay in this car is stunning, and it is an absolute shame that we have to repaint it. But because the outside is going this nice chrome pink, we are going to match the inside as close as we can because the hood is painted on the underside. It's so nice. We are going to hopefully redo this green in the engine bay to match the pink that's on the outside, which I'm really sorry we couldn't get this on here today, but it's just too cold. Nothing would stick, and I already know that I'm going to mess up a ton of this wrap. Okay, because I've never done this before. I'm going to mess up a ton of this wrap. That's why we got a 100-foot roll of it. I am not, unfortunately, going to sabotage myself by doing it on a nice cold day today. Yeah. If you're wondering what I'm going to be putting behind the K24 or whatever K motor we eventually get for this car, we do have the 6-speed out of a 2014 BRZ that is going to go behind this car. We are not sure that if it's going to be a performance adapters or a Subaru gears. There are a lot of options that we have. It is an old Kakumiya Widebody. It was a sedan widebody on this car. Sure got all that dust off it. It was a sedan widebody run by a shop in the UK that did saloon racing, as they call it out there. If you're from Matt Armstrong's side of the pond, it was a body kit for four-door sedans for saloon racing. If I'm saying that right, I apologize. And it was adapted. Here, let me turn the camera so you can see the rear body kit. It was adapted to fit the wagon. Oh, sad. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't get this wrap installed today, but it is just too cold out and my shop is not heated. The rear of the car, the body kit was done for sedans. It was brought over here. I know the original Kakumiya kits, this shop was lucky if they only did 50 of them. Top. So the fact that one of them is actually on this car is pretty incredible. And well, they must have modified it heavily. The fuel door on the other side, it's pretty incredible how they got it all to fit. And there's a couple guys that I've reached out to, and a couple that have reached out to me that have very similar kits, and asking me about fitment on this car, how to fit it. So if anyone out there has a Kakumiya kit on their wagon that they're going to install, you need pictures of how to properly fit this kit, let me know. See, I'm going to pull the wrap out here because we'll keep it out. I'm going to be in here for a little while longer. Here's the wrap that was going to go on this car. The mirror chrome pink from Easy Auto Wrap. If you want to take a look at that, I will angle the camera down a little more. This would have been this is going to be an absolutely stunning wrap on this car. I'd love to see your 2016 STI when it's wrapped. Definitely send me a link to that. Yeah, I need better glasses. Now this car does have What's good? What's good? What's happening? If you're just tuning in, I was going to wrap the car today. I should have, well, I'd probably have the fender and gone to the door by now, but Mother Nature, temperature just does not want to work with me today. I am not a bitch. I'm not a big rich YouTuber. I don't have a heated garage. My garage is outside temperature, which means that I've been excited, waited for this day for weeks. You know, we've been having great warm temperatures here in Canada, in Western Canada and BC. And yeah, of all days, does it choose to drop to 13 degrees? Today happens to be the day. I love it. Thank you, Mother Nature. So it is supposed to be about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow. I am going to try and wrap this car tomorrow as well. Look at, here's the chrome pink roll of wrap, a 5x100 foot roll from Easy Auto Wrap. We paid $650 for this wrap, roughly shipped to the door for a 5-foot by 100-foot roll of wrap. The reason we went with Easy Auto Wrap and not a more expensive brand is it's chrome. And I'm really glad we went with these guys because their customer service, Chris at Easy Auto Wrap out in Anaheim, California, is awesome to deal with. We had issues getting this thing shipped here. He took care of it. He even gave me his personal number. We've talked quite a few times since then. Thank you guys so much. I am not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anybody, actually. Technically, I'm sponsored by Mishimoto, but that sponsorship is just a discount, and then they ask you to advertise for them, so I've kind of like gone away from that. The only thing I have Mishimoto in this car is a set of radiator fans. And whether those stay or not all depends, too, on the radiators that we put in this car. Radiator or radiators, depending on how crazy we go with the piping and the turbo system. But unfortunately, this car is freezing cold to the touch, it feels. I'm in a sweater inside my garage. There is no heat in here. There's no temperature control in here other than what it is outside. It's a pain in the ass. I have a propane heater, but just the cost of fuel of any kind in this country right now is horrible. So it sucks. I got the steamer out, got the heat gun out, got all the tools out here today to do everything. Everything's on the table. This car is ready to wrap. Look at it, it's nice and clean. Everything was ready to go. Ready to go. And Mother Nature decided that, not happening today, not happening today. So, what to do today then? The plans have been completely screwed up today. It is not getting any warmer. Like, my face is actually cold to the touch. So, wrapping this car, especially with a chrome wrap, is not happening today. I apologize to anyone who tuned in, hoping to see that. The K24 motor that's in here, it's just sitting in here right now. I have nothing really crazy going on with it. This is just a mock-up motor to see whereabouts things are going to fit. Definitely. Let's see what's going on in the chat today. All right. Put the glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Example. He is a cool American guy. No, I am not a cool American guy. I am a Canadian guy, but you know what? I don't take any offense to be called American guy. There's nothing wrong with America. They are our neighbors to the south. We should work harder to get along with them. Oh, yes. And this protective layer of wrap, this protective layer on top of the wrap, like there's a little bit peeled here, and you can actually really kind of see the true color of this wrap. And it is stunning. Easy Auto Wrap. Give them a look. Give them a check. Like I said, I am not sponsored by them by any means, but their products so far, they definitely seem like they're a good product. No issues whatsoever. I was very disappointed that it was cold today. But the car is clean for the most part. Go ahead and give it a real good deep cleaning. I'm going to pull these lights out, pull all the lights out to do this at the front of the car. The bumper's got to come off because I do have to refinish this front bumper. But unfortunately, that's how today goes. No wrappy of the car today. Oh, I wanted to see this wrap on this car so bad. It is so shiny. It is going to be incredible when this car comes rolling down the street with this wrap on. It's going to sound incredible too because the exhaust we have for this car. If you can see it in the back there, I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. Can you see this from over here? There is a massive exhaust for this car. I cannot wait to run a K motor through that exhaust to hear what it sounds like. It is going to be quite striking. So that'll be it for the day. For those of you that did tune in to see the car wrapped, I am very sorry that I'm not wrapping this car right now, but it is just too cold and I have no heat in my garage other than the outside. So the wrap would just be it'd be futile. It would be a complete waste of time. And since I completely am a noob at wrapping and I suck at wrapping, I don't want to make this harder than it's going to be by wrapping a car on a cold day. Because this car is cursed, and I am not going to just feed into the curse of this car, but I can't stop looking at it. Even with the protective cover over top of the wrap welts in the roll right now, the shine is incredible. I cannot wait to see this without this protective layer on here on the car. Thank you, weather temperature today, for being too cold. You know what, if you're watching, please give me a like and a subscribe, because maybe one day I can get monetized and make some of that crazy YouTube money, and I can afford to put a heater in this garage so that days like today never happen again. It's frustrating. It is absolutely frustrating. I want this car done so bad. From the blown up LS motor to the K motor that got crushed, that was mint for this car. It had everything, even the keys and the immobilizer. We could have just wired it up, tucked it under the dash, and just... We have a transmission for this car, though. We do have a transmission. There's a transmission sitting over in the corner there. Is a 2014 BRZ 6-speed. The car has a TSS fab subframe for an LS in it right now, so mounting the K24 is going to be super easy. One of those LS mounts might even actually, for the most part, work with drill a hole than the other mount. But there's so much room in this engine bay. If I can get out of the way, I'll adjust the camera a bit so you can kind of see there. There is so much room in that engine bay for K24. It is going to drop down. This is going to sit about here by the time it's done. Intake, it's going to move back probably about 4 more inches as well. So this will be sitting right about here. So it'll almost be mid-engine. If I will get that engine as far back in that engine bay as I humanly can. So much space here, and then we're going to have a ton of room for a big turbocharger right here as well. Big front mount intercooler. The amount of space in here is absolutely incredible. And keep as much wiring out of this engine bay as possible, but like I could put this motor in here and then still take a nap right here. It's how much engine bay is in a Subaru. Like, you want to build a drift car? Go find an old Subaru, convert it to rear-wheel drive. These chassis, they love to drift. Fuji Heavy Industries. But I guess it's time. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I couldn't get the car wrapped today. I will be back tomorrow.